The Bert Show.
Time to get buzzed on the hot goss from Hollywood with Abby. It's the Bert Show's entertainment buzz.
If anybody knows where Kate Middleton is, it's probably not Meghan Markle, because she's too busy making her Instagram comeback. So the Duchess of Sussex just launched her new business venture, and she used Instagram to announce it. So on Thursday, she announced on Instagram with a new website for what appears to be a lifestyle brand that she is calling American Riviera Orchard by Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, established 2024. The American Riviera is a nod to Santa Barbara, where she and Prince Harry live, apparently for the last 100 years. That's been called the American Riviera, and their trademark application says that the brand plans to sell tableware, drinkware, including decanters, kitchen linens, and edible treats such as jellies, jams, marmalades, and spreads. And also, the trademark will also seek approval for some cookbooks. So apparently, they are the experts in hosting a dinner party, which I guess is a new thing that we're learning about the Duke and Duchess, which I didn't even know they were still allowed to call themselves the Duke and Duchess.
They got the royal titles taken away. Her Royal Highness, His Royal Highness. That was what was pulled. So technically, they still have like the Duke and Duchess role. Did I get that right? Like royal expert?
Yeah.
Nobody will show now because they're not official anymore. Why do you want to hang out with them? I can't do me any good.
I'm not going to buy her cookbook. She's not a heroic Royal Highness.
Do you know, Kate, we've talked about Kate Middleton so much. She has permeated all of social media. I dreamt about this bish last night because she is everywhere.
Kate Middleton?
Yes.
Did she tell you where she is?
No, I didn't find her. I couldn't tell you where she is, but I kid you not. I actually dreamt about this woman because people are talking about her so much.
You think maybe she pulled a Chappelle and just left for Africa?
Oh, it's just, I don't know.
I doubt it.
I don't think so.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
I just can't wait for her first interview after all this hubbub and for her to just be like, yes, the media swirl about where I was very strange. I was just in bed watching Gossip Girl. It's just really weird. Yeah, so I don't know why. I also with Meghan Markle, I know that they're officially the Duke and Duchess. I don't know why it rubs me the wrong way that they're allowed to call themselves that, because I feel like if you're going to bounce from the royal family, you shouldn't be able to capitalize on it, no?
I think you still get your title. They're just not working members of the royal family anymore. But what is weird to me is that it's the American Riviera by the Duchess of Sussex. Like, it feels very like, I wouldn't go and be like, Wimbledon by American Cassie. You know what I mean? Like, it feels weird.
Right.
Yeah.
Contradictory.
Yes,
Yeah. All right,
and she's Canadian on top of it all.
she's a triple threat now. She got all the countries. All right, Gen Z says they want original stories to be produced for film and TV, not remakes, sequels, and reboots. This is a survey that just came out from a company called Tubi. They're saying that 74% of millennials and Gen Z want original content, not remakes, sequels, prequels, reboots, or anything connected to another franchise, which I can attest to because every time I see a reboot or a remake or a sequel that's coming out 30 years later, I roll my eyes.
This is such good news for writers and screenwriters and stuff like that. I mean, they're just saying what we already know is because we feel the same thing. Whenever we hear that there's a sequel or a reboot, we're like, man, all those people in Hollywood, all those really talented people in New York, and you're just going to go back to the same formula?
I know, at the very least, just copy somebody's book. Like, maybe not copy, but at least get the rights to it. I mean, there's so many good books out there that I've read that I'm like, this would be an incredible TV series or an incredible movie franchise, and yet we're getting Freaky Friday 2 20 years later. I love the Lohan-essence that we're seeing with Lindsay Lohan and everything, but I want something new.
All right, since you're such an avid reader and you're very entrenched in book talk, what books would you like to see be turned into movies ASAP?
Well, there's one that it was supposed to be made into a TV show like ASAP, and we have no idea what happened to it. So Hulu took on the A Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas, who is that author that we talk about all the time. She has 3 different fantasy series already out. 2 of them, well, 1 is completed, and then 2 she's still putting out books for. And I'm like, she is literally just doing all the heavy lifting. There's already an audience. There's already a world built around this. The people have fan casted. Like, we have done the work. We just need them to put the money and the work behind it.
So how, kind of like how they took the Handmaid's Tale book and turned that into a series, you'd see ACOTAR more as a a high level TV series rather than a movie.
100%. Like right now, Hulu's taking on A Court of Thorns and Roses, and a lot of people want HBO behind it because we all saw again how successful Game of Thrones was.
Yep.
Also a book series, and we want that budget, we want that production value, we want those high level actors to see our little fairy books come to life.
I think Hulu can do that for you.
I think Hulu can too. I wasn't a hater when Hulu came out, but a lot of people were like, please, can we get HBO because we want that Game of Thrones budget.
Yeah.
All right, Pierce Brosnan is pleading guilty in his Yellowstone case. I'll tell you if he'll do jail time for his national park faux pas on your next E-Buzz on The Bert Show.
The Bert Show.